What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mike's Gourmet Kitchen. Today we are preparing something delicious in our first video for the year, and that is some delicious banana bread. Now this recipe is pretty simple. It does contain some bicarbonate of soda, which you can remove a bit later if you want. Depends on how you feel about that, but it helps give the bread a nice crust and yellowing on the outside. So for this recipe I'd recommend using overripe bananas, which we're not going to use today. I mean, you have to wait a few days for them to get pretty ripe, or you can put them in a bag and they'll ripen overnight. But we don't have that time today, so we're just going to use normal bananas. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please drop a like down below, comment and subscribe. Let's get cooking. Alrighty, first up, let's grab a large bowl. I'm using about 4 medium-sized bananas. We're going to peel them and mash them up. To make it a bit easier, let's just give them a chop. With the overripe bananas, they're nice and squishy. You can literally just mash them down with a fork, but I mean today you're not having a good time if you're not making it complicated, I guess. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Beautiful, there we go. Alrighty, moving on, we need to melt some butter. I've got some, you can use salted or unsalted butter. We're using about 1/3 of a cup. It's ideal. If you want it a bit more creamier, you can add about 1/2 cup, but then it gets a bit oily after a while, especially inside the baking tray. Let's go ahead and melt some butter. Okay, perfect. So our butter's been melted. Let's go ahead and add that to our mixture. Give this a gentle stir through. We're adding 1/2 teaspoon of some bicarbonate of soda or baking soda. There we go, just some plain old. As I mentioned earlier, it gives a nice brown color to the bread. After our baking soda, adding about 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm just adding half because I did use salted butter. And then we're using 1 large egg. Perfect. Let's give this a nice mix. Alright, moving on from that. So for the sugar, you can use about 1/2 cup. If you prefer it not too sweet, about 3/4 of a cup. A bit sweet and very sweet, you can use 1 full cup of sugar. I'm going for 1/2 cup. I don't like it too sweet. Okay, in the meanwhile, we're going ahead, we're preheating our oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me just do the calculations because Fahrenheit's not my thing. That's 175 degrees Celsius. So if you're in that range, it should be fine. And also another note, if you do throw it in the oven and it does start to burn a bit, you can turn the heat down by about 10 degrees and cover the top with some foil. It will help with preventing that hard crust from forming on the outside of the bread. Alrighty, dough. And then for one last ingredient, we're adding about 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence for that extra bit of sweet flavor and aromatic smell. Okay, so that's all our parts of this mixture. And now lastly, we are just moving on to some flour. So you want to use about 1.5 cups of some premium flour. I'm using cake wheat flour specifically. It's got really good texture to it. As I said, 1.5 cup. So you start a little bit and then mix it through. And if at this part you do mess up slightly and you put in too much flour or something, don't feel bad about it. You can add small bits of water till you get the correct consistency. The water will literally just evaporate inside the oven. Beautiful. That's exactly the consistency that you want. A bit springy, not too runny. That will work perfect with our pan. So the pan I'm using is about a 24 centimeter pan. Like this. It's ideal for one size of loaf. If you can go a bit longer, but your loaf's going to be a bit flatter. So I prefer the 8-inch pan. Works wonders. Alright, let's go ahead and add our mixture to our pan. Spread it up so it doesn't stick. And now for the final part, let's add our batter. This recipe is absolutely delicious. It's so simple, easy to do, and it's obviously one of the most delicious breads that you can cook out there. So get all the batter. All done. Going into the oven now for 55 minutes. And as I said earlier, if it does burn, just cover it with some foil. But that's it. Let's see how it goes, and I'll see you guys in 55 minutes. And there we go. Our banana bread's complete. Nice lightish dark brown color to it. I don't like it burnt to a crisp on the outside. This is absolutely beautiful. It'll be nice and, excuse the word, moist on the inside. So yes, we'll leave it now to cool down, and then we'll cut into it and have a bite. There we go, a nice, perfect, soft banana bread. Our bread's all done. There we go. You hear the tap. Nice and crispy on top. Beautiful looking bread all around. Smells absolutely amazing. Let's give it a slice and then taste it. You can add some butter to it. I'm just going to do it for the sake of the video without butter, so you can get all that fragrant deliciousness. As you'll see, I'm using a normal chef's knife, not a bread knife. A bread knife on this type of bread, if you cut it, it crumbs it up, so we're not going to do that. Let's just give it a nice slice with a chef's knife. Oh, wow. Just look at that. So if you're like me, I prefer the inside nice and soft. I hate dry bread. So with that being said, let's give it a taste. Oh, still nice and warm. It's nice and soft, breaks apart. It's sweet, it's soft, crispy on the outside. All in all, a delicious piece of banana bread. Absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like down below, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.